To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the great things He has done. To God be the glory for the grace He has given us, opportunity is giving us, mercy He has offered us, the fullness of joy He has given us. If not for God, where will we be today? I ask myself, if not for God. And that is why God has told the people of Israelites, that that they should not forget where they're coming from, so that they will not make mistakes of going back to Egypt. And they should also share it with their children and their children's children, so that those children and the children's children will know the power of God that saved His people. Okay? So today, I welcome you, Sister Tolu. I've greeted everyone. I know there are some internet rats here. We welcome you. We welcome you. Thank you for being here. As you come, I believe this will change your mindset. All right? This will change your mindset. And how do we start now? How do we start? Okay, let's start this way. My topic, drug lord T.B. Joshua. Many of you may be shocked, but you shouldn't be shocked. You know, the problem with many people is having idol. Yes, you have idol. You have gods, smaller gods. And you believe that these gods are infallible. You believe they are infallible. It is only God, the Spirit of God, Yeshua HaMashiach, that are infallible. If it's man behind the closed door, anything can happen. And we that lived with this guy behind me, many of you see it, but me, I address him, this guy, because I see him finish. Okay? Thank you, Brother Bongani. You're welcome. How are you? How's family? I hope light is getting better in South Africa, and also internet as well. We have gotten a new router. Don't let us praise it too much, but at least it's giving us what we want. I bless God that we didn't give up. You know me, I don't give up on things. You know, when I have a goal set before me, I don't give up on it. With the help of God, definitely we will get it right. So, as I was saying, I said many of you'll be shocked with my title and this. I'm expecting Paul Agomo. If he can come, fine. But if he can't come, I can tell my story. You understand? I don't need any validation. I don't need any collaboration with anybody. This is what I've been doing 15 years now. Yeah? 2008, 15 years now. And we thank the Lord specially that He has not given us, He has not allowed us to look back or to start feeling that having appetite for the onions and the garlics of Egypt. No way. No way, no way. Okay, thank God it's better. Yes, things will be getting better in Jesus' name. I remember that song that we usually sing. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. For the Lord is on the throne. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Things are getting better. Yes, because the Lord is on the throne, things will continue to get better for all of us in Jesus' name. So, as I was saying, many of you, you think, the O Joshua is what this lady is calling this guy. Yes. Many of you, you think maybe is insurmountable, or you think maybe is infallible, or you think maybe with all the things he has done, he did nothing. The only thing he did was to represent Satan and to bring destruction into the lives of many. I'm telling you, into the lives of many. I said drug lord T.B Joshua. Many of you, you don't know that part, but we who lived there, who saw him, who heard him, who saw his interaction. I was speaking with Agomo like an hour ago. Yeah, maybe it's internet that is disturbing him. He's also complaining of his phone as well. Maybe that's what is disturbing him. If not, he will have been here. And he also told me some things that I didn't know. And I said, please don't bother to tell me. Just reserve your story for yourself. The one that I know, I would say. The one that you know, you say. Okay? So, since he's not here, let me just say my own part. Okay? Remember, I told you, my book, the one you see on the screen, the first one. Yes, sorry, Vaseline. This one. Yes, Deception of the Age Unmasked. Yeah, Deception of the Age. We unmasked it in this book. This book is over 400 pages. And it's so tiny, tiny, tiny. The one on Amazon is a big book. Nobody could help me when I was writing it. I wrote it 2015. Okay? Nobody helped me. No money, nothing. I only used my own mind. The system I was using was not even working well. So when I was doing the measurements, I didn't know is that big. I've never written book before at that time. So I didn't know that the measurement I gave it was a big book because it has a lot of pages, okay? So until the time I printed it in Nigeria, that the printer was saying that, oh, that's big book, that's book of school children's exercise book or something. So he now put it at 6 to 9 here. But when they put it at 6 to 9, it's a big book, like 700 pages. So he had to, we come together, we say, okay, try and do something. So he reduced the fonts. But reducing the fonts didn't come out well. But anyway, we manage it. Okay? Yes, we manage it. Not too bad. So people who cannot see very well, they have to be reading it in the afternoon. You can't read it in the night. So you have to read it in the afternoon. So if you want to read it in the afternoon, you put it by where there is sun so that you can read it through. But I tell you, if you really want to know the truth on all this, what goes on behind the scene, you will strain your eyes, you will read it. And anyone who has gotten this, who got the one who got the one in Nigeria, okay? Because the font is really small. If you got the one in Nigeria, please contact me. I will give you free PDF as bonus. I will just give you as bonus. Yeshua Amashia, I greet you. You're welcome. So this was written 2015. You can imagine. Why some people will say, oh, why don't you talk when he's alive? We spoke when he was still living, deceiving people from 2008. So this part, why I'm bringing it out is that I was talking to somebody a few days back, and that person, this broadcast is going to be like a review of my book. You understand? So you remember the word of God say, where there are two witnesses, it means that that thing has been established. So this person just call me, contact me, you will hear the conversation. Okay? So, and this person started, converse with me. And out of all he said, because I have to bring that out, there are other things that he said. We will use it for other broadcasts. But this one concern, so that I will not waste your time, all right? Many of you have been saying that, oh, Bisola, make your broadcast 30 minutes. Sometimes it's not, by the time we get here and you are talking, I'm talking, we are commenting, we're enjoying one another's, fellowship. You don't know when the time just pass away. But let's just go straight to the point. So this person was just telling me exactly what's in my book. He has never read my book. He didn't even know I wrote a book. Yes, because I asked him. He said, did you write a book? I said, yes, I did. So let's just see how it goes. The first thing I will show you is the parts of it in my book. It's under the topic T.B. Joshua. Yes. Under the topic T.B. Joshua. Yes. Under that topic. Yeah. Even his own topic takes over 50 pages. You can imagine. Yes. His own topic takes over 50 pages. Chapter 16. So what I title is T.B. Joshua. His birth name, Abdul Fatai Temitope Balogun, a.k.a. Francis Temitope Balogun. There was a time he picked up a name, Francis, a.k.a. the man in the synagogue. Yes, if you go to SCOAN now, you will now see that there is one in the synagogue. There is the spirit of the one in the synagogue is there, buried there, and people are going there to worship him. Yes, they have a big picture of him raised up, knowing for you to know that it is not of God. It is not of God at all. It is of man. So I said, T.B. Joshua perfected the act of deception by tying the loose ends of his forerunner through daring visual manipulation. It was visual manipulation he used to brainwash the whole world. People love show. If you are going on the streets, let somebody just create a scene. You see that a lot of people, they will just stand. They will forget where they are going. They will forget why they are around there. All they do is to be watching the show. So this guy understands the psychology of man. They love show. So he built a big theater a big cinema called the synagogue for them. So this is where people go to see shows. They go there to see shows. And after a while, you now have Emmanuel TV that is, relaying that show all around the world. Many people who have never met him, who have never spoken to him, they can die for him. They can die for his character. But it's a frontier, frontier. Is if you take somebody on face value, you are gone. So he used that daring visual manipulation to brainwash people. And he used that to surpass all. It wasn't the first deceptor. It wasn't the first deceptor. But through that visual manipulation, he surpassed all those who had come before him as he launched a localized magical game into a global theatrics acceptance. The result is fatal. The result is still resonating in the lives of many people today. It's still resonating. Yeah. So in that chapter is what I want to show you. There are a lot of things. His school, when he went from his primary school, his house, I went to his village like 3 or 4 times. So I know his village, I know the house they born him, I know because of the how will I call it? Because of the because of what I handled for him. You understand? So for anybody to know so much, that person, he has seen that person and see that, oh, this person can be trusted, this person can be used. Not knowing that God was preparing me for a time like this. Because God knows, before I was born, he knew that I cannot keep secrets for Satan. All the things that I saw, I will tell you, so that you people, you be careful where you go to, who you trust. That's why we are saying this, not because we want to. We don't have time for Satan. Satan is already down. Okay? So even when he wanted to do his, he wanted to make a movie of himself. We went to his primary school. We know how much we pay the teacher and the headmistress. We know how we organize table, all these school children's table. And we wrote his name, Francis Temitope Joshua. So that we will use that as beginning of his time. We know what he told us, to make people to say on camera. You understand? So, we did all that. Okay, let's just go straight. And let me show you what I want to talk about. I've already opened my book. Okay, I just want to share some. Okay, drug dealers. This is a sub chapter. Okay, it's just sub inside the chapter of T.B. Joshua. I said I write this authoritatively because I hope you are seeing what I'm reading. Okay, yeah, all right. I hope you can see it now. Because I was privy of how drug barons patronized T.B. Joshua while I was coordinating visitors. Please leave it on me. If what I'm saying is not true, leave it on me. I will one day stand before God and give accounts. Okay? So I do see and overheard discussions between some visitors and T.B. Joshua whenever they visit him, mostly on the evening of their departure to wherever they are transporting drugs to. These people must see Fatai, let me just use Fatai, to receive final prayer arrangements to be able to pass through security checkpoints at the international airports without being caught. Different set of men and women do patronize Fatai when I was there. There was a particular man called Mr. Vincent who was caught, he was caught at Heathrow Airport and was charged to court in London for transporting hard drugs into London. Vincent called into synagogue to inform Fatai about the day he will appear in court. Okay? About the day he will appear in court, so that Fatai could do whatever he normally does to overturn the case to his own advantage. But Fatai was not in the office at the time Vincent called. At that particular time, I was the only person, excuse me, that attends to international phone calls. And I do receive messages on behalf of Fatai before Jimo joined the disciples' quarters. Therefore, after receiving Vincent's call, I assured him I didn't know what happened to Vincent. You understand? He only called and he sounded jittery. So I assured him that I will pass the information to Fatai immediately. Okay? Immediately he returned to the office. When Fatai came back, of course, I had to deliver all the messages I received in his absence, among others. As I made mention of Mr. Vincent, not knowing that Fatai has had what happened to Vincent, but I didn't know. As I made mention of Mr. Vincent, Fatai descended a very hot slap on my face that took me to another frequency. I was confused. I couldn't remember what I did wrong to deserve such unexpected reaction. Though we knew Fatai to be erratic, yes, he was erratic and eccentric. He can just do some things without you expecting. You understand? It's not that cool face that you usually see on Emmanuel TV. After everything might have calmed down, it will call such person and give you almost his eyes to pacify you. Well, I took it the way it came as disciples, but must not, as a disciple must not complain. But I wondered why he suddenly hated. You know, I was just thinking, why did he suddenly just hated Mr. Vincent? I thought this was a man who had done so much for SCOAN and Fatai. The first ever colored Xerox printing machine Fatai used in printing his first bulletin before he bought Ida badge was delivered to SCOAN by this man free of charge. In fact, I personally received the documents of them. He brought it from UK. You understand? The receipt, I received the receipts of the machine from Mr. Vincent on behalf of Fatai on arrival. In addition to all that, anytime he returned from his numerous traveling, he used to return with expensive clothes, perfume, other things, including huge sum of money for Fatai. Anyway, Bosse Black, who also know most of them, was kind enough to explain to me later that the man Vincent has been nabbed and was in jail, and he could be under security surveillance. So Fatai does not want UK police to trace his call down to SCOAN. But I didn't know. This is the part Fatai's wickedness. He always liked to cover his tracks. How did he know about the man's arrest? if not that some of the drug cartel had informed him. After Vincent's episode, many drug pushers were also arrested at the Nigeria airport. It's like the jazz just this, something happened to the jazz he was giving them. So at they started being arrested at Nigeria airport, and it dawned on them that Fatai has been faking them and collecting their money under false pretense and deceit that he was, quote, praying for them. Therefore, they fingered Fatai as part of their racket. The NDLA, Nigeria Drug Law Enforcement Agency swung into action after people started telling on Fatai as part of their racket, and they got Fatai arrested. When Fatai received information about his impending arrest, suddenly a private property of Fatai in the Marine Mountain caught fire. In that place, in a place surrounded by massive body of water, 7-story, as it was called, burned to ashes. When the soldiers that were sent to search through his Marine Mountain that fateful morning found nothing to pin on him, they arrested him. But since they believe he was not dealing directly in drugs, but was only offering spiritual support to those couriers, he was eventually set free after being in detention for 9 days. Inside the prison, he frantically sent messages around those people in position of authority who had been at one time or the other benefited from his spiritual arrangement to solicit his bail out. So I said, an ordinary disciples or members of SCOAN, may not know in detail the reason Fatai was arrested at the time. He uses people's ignorance. Yes, he uses people's ignorance to appeal for sympathy. Yes. Sister Arisha said, I think Fatai had a super hot. Okay, you understand. Thank you very much. Jonathan, there are a lot of people coming in. Yes, I welcome you. Long time, where have you been? I've always been here. I need to ask you where you have been. Though, if you press the notification button, anytime I am online, YouTube will alert you. Okay? YouTube will alert you. So, okay, Brad Paul is here. I thought maybe, oh my goodness, I thought you were not coming. So, thank you. Oh, sorry. No, wait. You mute.
Sorry.
Okay.
Is it good? I said my network here is somehow it's not all that fine. I had to move.
I have explained to people. So do you hear the part I read in my book?
Yes, I had it. It's a very familiar part. It's a familiar part.
Okay. So thank you. There are other ones, but I just want to, just to cut it off there. So let me give you, Brother Paul, chance.
Yeah.
I said, drug lord, late T.B. Joshua, the embodiment of crime.
Sure.
Can you say what you know concerning drug related? I also wrote about somebody named Vincent, and I know that you know Vincent. Tell us what you know. Tell us what you know.
Yeah, Sister B, God bless you. You've been doing a great work, trying to educate the people, trying to, let the people, open the people's eyes to actually let them know that not all that glitters are gold. The Bible says we should.
All that glitters are gold. There are a lot of panda in
Yes.
the market. Buy the
Yes.
glittering one. In the next 2 days, you see the turn black.
It will wear off.
It will wear off.
So,
Time is the enemy of
so
nice.
that time, there's only one force that can reveal pretense and deception. One force can reveal pretense and deception. Patience and time. Patience and time can reveal. The only force that can reveal pretense and force is patience and time. You talked about Fatai T.B. Joshua, they call him, but we know him as Fatai. That's his name. Fatai, a lot of things he did. Talking about the drug issue with Vincent, we all know, everybody that is close to the inner circle of the disciple quarters knows that Fatai has close link with lots of drug dealers. That time in Okota, at God's side, all those boys there. Anybody who is conversant with the church, then you see those boys there. They are always in the church every time with their big cars. They were actually people that pumped him money that he used in buying most of the properties he bought. It's these drug boys. Vincent, the Ezuku one of Ndiokodo. Maybe many people don't know him. He's he used to be a very popular guy. He's late now. In fact, before he died, he came to meet me. I saw him before he died. Vincent came to the church. He had HIV, according to what they say. He had HIV. The wife and the kids are in America, they're in US, but he was in UK. From UK, he came back. When he came back, he started a business at Allen, where he was selling bath tubes, jacuzzi, and a lot of sanitary, powerful one, gold-plated. He was worth billions. So Vincent, when he had HIV, he came. He believed that he would be healed there. So one of the times he came, he brought some money, 17 million per se. No 17 million as a 2001 or 2 that time. 17 million naira he carried in his car. So when he got there, one of the little disciples came and called me and said, Prophet, come on, see this man. I said, okay, let's go. Let me go and see him. I went there. I talked with him. He said, see what he brought. I told the boy, bring it. So he brought it. We went to strong room. So I entered and told Fatai that CEO Vincent came. He brought 17 million. Fatai shouted at me, why should I collect it? Why for what? I should go and return it. Why should I? What is 17 million? Can 17 million buy that land opposite us? That's the land Albert, at the back of Albert, where they are using today as their bakery and their shops. That then, the land was dead then, we were trying to buy the land. He said, can 17 million buy that land? It should go at that time. Stupid. Why would you collect such money from him? We are human beings. I felt so bad with him inside me. I don't know how to pretend. I walked out. When I walked out, I told the boy to go and return the money to him. He returned the money. I didn't go up to 2 poles when he called me back again. I came back. He said, because he noticed that I wasn't comfortable with the way he treated me. I thought I was doing good. I thought I was making money for the church. I thought I was bringing in for the church. So I didn't know that he will, you know how he behaves now. Sometimes he will do what will be good. He will land you one kind of slap. All those reverse psychology systems. He's perfect in that. He's an evil genius. He knows how to set fear. He knows how to create a kind of aura where people will be scared of him. So he knew I wasn't comfortable with that. I wasn't happy. He called me back. He said, look at you. How can somebody use common 17 million? Do I know what that guy worth? You're able guys. Do I know the kind of business he's doing that is giving him billions? Why should I? And he come to take only 17 million to come and I begin to shake. I said, no, I can't tell him to go. I just wanted you to know. He said, okay, I should let him know. I should not let him go. If he goes, oti wole wahala. Toba law. I said, I shouldn't let him go. I should go. I should just keep him down. I should carry him to penthouse, up, and show him that land, and tell him that is what the church want to buy. that this 70 million is nothing. I should talk to him. He says, he's your townsman, Igbo man like you. Speak to him the way you understand. Let him bring that money they are making and come and put that we need to buy that land. It's not issue of 17 million. I was relieved a bit because I wanted to work. You know, there we want to work. We want to work. It doesn't matter. Let just give us go ahead to work. I moved. I went down. I called Vin. We entered into one part of the car park there. We sat down. I started talking to him. I talked and talked and talked and talked. He was just, he was happy himself that I am trying to tell him what he will do to pacify the man of God, to collect money from him. Because already we have returned the money back to his boot. So I now took him up and climbed the 6-story building, the top, where we put tank. Another place we drop tank, the water tank for the church. So we climbed, got there. When I got there, it was right. I said, follow me. He followed me. I said, I want to show you something. Vin followed me then. We got there. I stood on top there and pointed to the land, that land at the back of Albert. I said, my brother, all this money you're bringing is not an issue to the church. If the church tell you how much they spend in a day, you won't believe it. This is what we want, this land. He said, how much is the land? I told him they say about 450 million. Those Lebanese. He said, okay, that we will talk. That is not an issue. That he just need to see the man of God so that we will talk and we know what next and how to go about it. When we finished, Vin asked me, he said, Prophet, he said, please, can you give me your account? What I'm telling you now is before me and God. It's God that will judge. He said, Prophet, can you give me your account number? I want to put something for you. The way you walk here, everybody see you. You are, in fact, an Igbo man walking like this. Nobody believed it. I said, my brother, if you can buy this land for the church, that's all I need from you. Forget about me. I'm comfortable. This is my home. This is my family. I don't need anybody to give money. that is the understanding. This is my family. He was shocked. He was shocked hearing an Igbo man talk that way. Vin was surprised. That was why when he learned I have left.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Brapa.
Yeah.
Even if Brapa wanted to collect it, fear will not allow him. Because in the disciples' meeting, Fatai will be cursing anybody who collects money from his customers.
That's right.
He see those people as customers.
They are customers.
So
yes.
He usually places a curse. Yes. That if you are dragging my customers with
him, if you collect money from collect money from the people that came to him.
Right.
Yeah, so I knew very well. And besides, we have gotten to, for 10 years, one have been there. We have gotten used to the system. We don't remember home. We don't think about home. So that language was a normal thing to us. We don't need your money. This is what we need, the church. So I told him, he said no. That was when I left, the man came back and learned that I've left. He started looking for me until he found me. I saw Vin until even a few weeks before he died. So Vin, after I talked to Vin, I told him, forget about account. This is what you will do. He said, okay, you have agreed. Let's go. He want to talk with man of God. I brought him down. He opened the boot. I carried 17 million. Called the boy. He carried it. Took it to Mr. Adebayo in a strong room. They kept it there. And I told him, he said, hey, Otide, Agomo Otide, Odabe. I should bring him in. That was how I took Vincent in. So I thought that when Vincent will be coming again, I will be involved. Sister B, no more. I see Vincent at a distance. Once he's coming on the road, he will tell the disciple will go and wait for him at the gate. The disciple will carry him, pass through the first door of the church, climb the gallery, pass down there, pass through in, and take him into the presidential lodge. And what after I mean, I was full of myself to what am I looking for him for? I don't need to look for him for anything. I was happy that he has entered. That is, it was a trap. Oh, I am happy he has entered a trap to bring the money out. So I never saw him again. He kept coming to the church, oh, but there was nothing that brought us together again. The job has passed my hand and has gone into Adebayo them and those who can milk the money out from him. That was how Vin. Later, I learned that Vin, everybody there has his own work. Once it passes your level, you cannot know what's happening again, unless through hearsay. At a point, Vin went back again to London, and we learned, through grapevine, we learned that he has been caught there. And Fatai was avoiding his call. Fatai wasn't picking his call. Yeah, I know quite okay, because there was a time he called and said they should call me because he knows me. I went, I picked the phone. He was telling me he wanted to talk to Papa. There are some things he wanted to discuss with him. I said, okay. But when I went to him and told him, he said, I shouldn't mind that stupid man. I shouldn't mind him. That's how they do. That when they go and put themselves in trouble, they'll be looking for Papa, they will call. I shouldn't just mind him. Immediately he made that comment, I ran away. Any day they say he's calling me. Yeah.
Rapper, concerning what you said,
I'm hearing you.
That they shield, concerning what you said that they shield you out.
Yeah.
Concerning what you said that they shield you out. Listen.
Yeah.
I'm just saying something here. Maybe you can see it, I don't know, but I just want to read something. I said in the synagogue, T.B. Joshua is the only source of information, and he is not exactly known for honesty. Fatai's truth needs to be guarded by battalions of liars. It is only what the synagogue, it is only what the synagogue projects before people to see, that anyone can see, or measure of information given out at every point in time to people to hear is the only information people can hear, nothing more. You cannot know the whole truth of what goes on behind the curtain.
Can't.
Inside the synagogue.
Exactly. You can't. Even if you're walking there, even as a disciple, even as a prophet, you can't know anything.
Even the closest. If Fatai has 10 secrets, he shares it among 10 people.
10 people, that's right. That's right.
Without
knowing each other,
have more edge against him. Things are done in secret and under suspicious, because no one is trusted to him. This is why I feel sorry for many local and foreign visitors to the synagogue who thinks it must be real. It can never, it is not real.
You don't understand.
Yeah. So I wrote something concerning what you just said. That if they call you in, if they brief you concerning certain issue, you understand? They will somehow they will debrief you and say, okay, don't worry again. So next time they are having meeting again, you will not be called. It's another person that will be called. So go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
Sister Virginia, you're welcome. Thank you, ma'am. Go ahead.
So the thing really, it baffled me. But do you know the sad story about it? All the whole money he collected from Vincent, all the whole money. Vincent told me that he spent over 500 million naira for Fatai. There was a house he said Fatai bought. I don't know where he said he bought in Victoria Land or somewhere. He said he paid for it. So much, he said, he was telling me this when I left. He said he spent so much money, but that what is spending him most is that Fatai never healed him of the HIV. It was all pranks. It was all fraud. Fatai never healed him of HIV. He went and really had the real HIV.
If you
And
see Nigerians, it is
what killed
sorry,
Vin?
Bravo.
Listen to me.
Okay,
What
go
killed
ahead.
Vin? What killed Vin? What killed Vin was the same HIV. It was HIV that still killed Vin. So people don't understand. In a place where you are, you see anywhere you are that things are not open, that you don't understand how things are being run. Be careful. Watch well. Be very, very careful. Look deeper. You can't imagine. The only reason why he said I should return the money was because the money wasn't big enough. He have sized Vin. I don't know whether he goes online, whether he has people who do that for him. Before you come, they will size you. They will know what you want. They will know your worth. You know what? You understand? We know that is they are not during service when they park their vehicles. Park. You see where he will send those little disciples and give them a written note. Man of God want to see you. They'll go and put it in the windscreen. Put it in the windscreen. Put it in the windscreen. Man of God want to see you. Man of God want to see you.
Bosse
Black. God bless you, Bosse Black. God bless you. God bless you. They'll send Bosse Black with all those things. You go when they carry out your wiper, they'll fix it there. The man of God want to see you. And then when they say man of God want to see you, it's a thing of joy. It's a great thing. So you find out that these people, you'll be shocked. He will dig deep, look for people who know them, try to find out their what, find out the assets they have, find out the companies they have, find out all they have. Once he discover you have money, when you are coming to see him, he will send one disciple for you. You will know that he will put you together with that disciple. That disciple was immediately coming down from motor. The disciple takes you straight to Presidential Lodge, from there to his office. But if anything happens and you are falling from glory, the money is not there again. You will wait at car park for the next. You will come there for 1 week. They say man of God is busy, and he'll be there laughing, making jokes, cracking. We will be there laughing, making. Well, you understand now. Man of God is busy. And we have spent more than 3 hours talking rubbish and laughing and shouting and clapping, and he'll be making jests and everything for 3, 4, 5 hours. And people are outside waiting. The same man of God is busy a whole day. He doesn't spend up to 2 hours working. The rest is just talking, gossiping, making jest of people. It's terrible. It's terrible. When people are talking about drug, when the NDLA came to come and search, and those guys, they had informations, but they weren't in time. They had informations. There was information. This Vincent, everybody know him. He was purely a drug man then, and their group that used to come then with those big cars. Those group that nobody talks to them. If you stop them and talk to them, they will call you. You will come to panel and give an answer query. Why did you talk to them? What did you discuss with them? They are being guided like gold. So when they are coming, every disciple will run away, will hide, so that they will not greet you. Because when they greet you and you greet them back, you are coming to panel to answer query. What were you talking with so person? Why were you with so person? Just greeting, I'm talking about just a minute greeting.
Rapport.
Yeah.
Rapport. Okay, please,
it's painful.
Let's quickly listen to something.
Okay.
Let's quickly listen to something.
Okay.
Yeah. Somebody that just called me. I don't know this person, proud time, and we were just talking. So among other things that the man said to me, that's why, some people think, oh, Bisola, you're no more talking about Fatai, you have nothing else to talk about. There are still lots. There are still lots to talk about. It's just that we are just busy somewhere else, busy somewhere else. So let me play this
Yes.
Let
I was
me
telling you,
just play this
when I
one for
was
you
in Okota,
so that you will
there's one
hear.
place called Okota.
Somebody
Okay.
who doesn't know that I wrote this in my book or
I
this,
did
okay?
my master's University of Ibadan, but I was living in Okota.
Okay.
So in that Okota, Igbo people are plenty in that Okota.
I know.
That's it.
I've lived
And
in
most of them,
Okota before.
I'm still.
most of them, they do all kind of business, most especially white one. This one where they carry the white.
Okay. Yeah. There's one guy. Sorry, sir. There's one guy, Mr. Vincent. He was also living in Okota. And he was you know, there was a time Fatai was praying for those people.
No, that's what I want to tell you now. That's what I want to tell you now.
Okay.
That one of the men came, he said that time Fatai has the area, is a swampy place that he does his church that time. You know. So they will go and meet Fatai. Fatai will pray for them to carry the thing and travel. When they come back, they will bring money for Fatai. Percentage of what they said. And Fatai will be shouting, if you don't give a correct percentage, you will have problem. You know. So the guy now, each time they come, they will go and surrender to Fatai. Meanwhile, Fatai was just using their psyche. You understand now? So the guy now went for one trip, they arrested him. He served for like 12 years there. When he came back,
This is another person entirely, not Vincent. This is another person that they arrested. You remember in my book, I said there was a time they started arresting them. That was when they begin to point Fatai out. And the man said, Fatai usually threatened them. I didn't hear that part, but he knows. And his friend told him that Fatai usually tell them that if they don't bring what they're supposed to bring, so as their you know, their chairman, that they will arrest them. You understand? He started threatening them.
he was looking for Fatai. You know. So he now said this Fatai that misled him, that will do prayers for 5 days and say he can proceed with the cocaine. But he was the one that misled him, you know. So I wasn't surprised when drug law came and arrested him one time. It was because he was saying they are trying to tarnish his image. Long before he was arrested, he was what? Giving them spiritual cover.
Don't mind them.
Killing, supposedly, spiritual cover. He was the one. You know, one of my friends that worked with drug law was among the people that arrested him now. They came and busted him and carried him from his ministry there. He was begging them, offering them all kind of money.
Do you know that before the NDLA came, there is a particular house inside that place. That house caught fire. I'm sure that is where he keeps all those things. Maybe he got the wind that they will come for him.
Somebody was arrested and his name was mentioned. That was why they came for him. You know. So he was begging them, offering them money. So they didn't believe it was even T.B. Joshua. They say, is it the same T.B. Joshua we see on TV that do all kind of healing and miracle and charity work? You know. There's the day, Bisola, there's the day somebody called me in Lekki here that T.B. Joshua is coming to Lekki. Ask me what he was coming to do.
What was he coming?
We will talk about that one another time. Sorry, we will talk.
Oh my God.
We will talk about that one another time so that we will not jam all of them together. So today what we are talking about is that late T.B. Joshua was an embodiment of crime. Many of you don't know, to the extent that the NEPA box, there is a NEPA box in SCOAN. You know this NEPA box now? Fatai make sure that some people that are working in energy office, NEPA office,
in the electrical office.
Yes, they came to tamper with that box and reduce the energy.
So the meter was reading again. Yes.
The meter stopped reading. So that at the end of the month,
yes,
he will not pay what he used, what the old SCOAN
yes.
used. If the old SCOAN can be paying maybe 50,000, what is 50,000? What they have used might have gone to maybe ₦1 million. You understand?
$1 million
because
plus.
Studio,
yes.
Printing press, bakery,
and
you understand?
Bakery, so, electrical section, welding section that consumes like anything.
Yes. So you can imagine if if they now tamper with what belongs to the nation. This is the person they gave
what a loss.
National award to. You understand?
I'm telling you.
Using religion to cover up, and some people will be coming to say what they don't know. I wonder how human being can give credence to another human being. It's really terrible.
It's terrible.
So
terrible.
Yeah, that's just it. You said we should be. Brother Paul came in 30 minutes. Okay, the internet is telling us to leave. Thank God we didn't go ahead and play the whole message. So another time, I want to appreciate you, Brother Paul. Please, let us help Brother Paul's channel to be 1,000. Your Brother Paul's channel. What's your channel's name?
Agomo Paul.
Okay, let me write it for people. Agomo Paul. Please go to his YouTube channel. Help us, please help us to subscribe. Okay, if the name is not to just subscribe. We want to make it 1,000. I don't know why the thing just stuck at 800 and something. So even Brapol too, you are not making broadcast. Yes, make broadcast. I know you are busy. Yes, but and also you complain of your phone, that your phone has issues. Yes, that's it. And also don't forget, Brother Paul has written like over 10 books. Tell us all the books you wrote. Tell us.
I've written
thank you,
the blueprint.
Sister
the blueprint.
Sister Uji has subscribed. Thank you. Please tell others. Let's help him so that the channel will make 1,000, please. Oh yeah, go ahead. The blueprints.
The blueprint, demystifying T.B. Joshua. I've written why I left the synagogue.
Fantastic.
I have written the discipleship order of T.B. Joshua.
Yes.
I have written witchcraft in the church. I have written indoctrination strategies of religious cults. A lot of them. They're over 15 books.
Thank you. If you just go on Amazon, just Agomo Paul. His books, all his books will pop up. Yes, Sister Eugenia, I want to appreciate you for being here. Sister Tolu, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Chizobam, you are welcome. Thank you. Izien, thank you very much for being here. I want to appreciate you, Brother Bungani. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeshua Amashiach. Thank you. Sister Elia, how are you? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Erisha, I know you know Fatai as we know him. Yes. Jonathan, thank you very much for being here. Thank you. And every other person. There are a lot of people online, but only few people are commenting. So I believe that those who are not commenting, many of them are internet rats. Many of them, they just came to spy. Because I wonder why you should be somewhere
to spy.
And you cannot comment. Why?
And you won't say anything, you won't contribute.
Anywhere I go, I make my presence felt. You come to this earth, make your presence felt. It's because you refuse to make your presence felt. That's why people like this guy, Fatai, is all over the place.
Yeah. Exactly.
Everybody should make their presence felt. They Google your name, you are doing something. If you don't stand on something, you fall for anything. Okay? So
everything.
Don't just say, instead, don't even bother to come. Don't bother to come. You know us. We are not looking for crowd. We are not looking for foreign follower. We are not looking for fans. We
at
that
all
are here understand ourselves. We are brethren. We are people of God, children of God. We are brothers and sisters. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Till we come to see one another again. Be blessed. We have always said, if you go to church,
thank you.
Don't forget your praying at home. Okay? Blessings.